it's not as much as one finding as a course of finding, and the fact that the level of inequality across the globe is still very shocking. One number that you didn't quote in the report previously is that the richest 1% of the population owns twice as much wealth as the bottom 90%. And what we want to make clear with the report is that this is not the natural state of inequality. This is not inevitable. This is the outcome of policy choices that are fueling a sexist and unfair economy that facilitates the accumulation of wealth on the hands of a very tiny number of people, mostly white males, at the expense of the majority, including women, that are trapped in poverty, that are trapped in the most precarious sectors of the economy, and the lowest paid jobs.
I'd like to talk a little bit more about women in just a moment. But first, to what extent would you say Donald Trump's tax cuts have helped fuel inequality?
So it's not only Donald Trump as much as a number of governments that are cutting taxes on the richest, that are cutting taxes on big corporations, and there's a worrying trend on decreasing corporate income tax rates. And this race to the bottom is worrying, because if we continue on that trend, big corporations could pay zero taxes by 2050. This is a research by a number of organizations that work together, including Oxfam, that pulled out this figure. And we need the richest to pay their fair share to make sure that we have enough money to tackle inequality. So yes, the US has a responsibility as much as a number of other countries, including France, for instance, for fueling that race to the bottom in corporate income taxes.
So when billionaires like Bill Gates say they actually want to pay more taxes, you think that really would make a significant difference?
Yes, absolutely. This is very welcome that billionaires such as Bill Gates are stating publicly that they want to pay more taxes, and this is very much needed. And we can't just base our redistribution system on the contributions of the poorest. We need the richest, including large billionaires, to pay their fair share. If you want just a number to grasp the amount of money that billionaires have, we made this demonstration that if you would put the equivalent of $10,000 a day since the construction of pyramids, you would own only less than 20% of the wealth of Jeff Bezos. They're owning massive amount of wealth, and we need that money to tackle the inequality crisis and to tackle the climate crisis.
Now, as you touched on before, globally, economies, as well as being unequal, they're sexist, according to your report. Tell us more about that.
Absolutely. Gender inequality is the most universal inequality. Whether you're a woman living in Abuja or in Paris, you're faced with economic barriers that makes you not having an equal pay compared to male counterparts, but also legal barriers. And that was mentioned before. There are 40% countries where there is one barrier to access and own lands. This is the result of policy choices, and we need to redesign our policies to make sure that they're tackling the gender inequality gap.
All right, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you very much indeed for your time. Quentin Parrinello joining us there from Oxfam France. Thank you.